We have with us Bonnie
Brady.
Brady, and she's in charge of, she'll tell us her exact title, and she's in charge of saving the coastlines because those windmills are destroying the coastlines. They are destroying the fisheries, etc., etc. They are creating a national security problem, and they're probably double or triple the price of electricity.
We must stop the destruction.
But whoever signed the contracts for the windmills, I'm sure got a big contribution to their political campaign.
Who was that, John?
Well, I don't know.
Breaking news.
Bonnie Brady, give us a report and tell us your exact title right now.
Hi, John. Hello, gang. I'm Bonnie Brady. I am the policy director for the New England Fishermen's Stewardship Association, but we call ourselves NEFSA. And thank you so much for having me. Twice as nice to be here. Thanks so much. I really actually appreciated listening to Administrator Loeffler describe when she described farmers and how you wear many hats, because fishermen are exactly like that. And her office has tried quite hard to bring issues of importance through the Office of Advocacy to the public and to the administration. So we appreciate that. And unfortunately, I'm in Connecticut for a fish meeting here at the New England Fishery Management Council in Mystic, but would love to have her come out east. And
Bonnie, we don't have all day. We get to the point. Tell us about the damn windmills.
And tell us who caused it.
Well,
and who's responsible? Who signed the contract and who got possibly got the political contributions?
Well, I mean, depending on which contract you're talking about, if you're talking about
I'm worried about Long Island where I have my summer home.
Well, exactly. Well, Empire Wind, that was pushed initially by Governor Cuomo, and then when he got out, we have Governor Hochul, but it was NYSERDA, that's the New York State Renewable Energy Development Group that does that. They approve that one.
Okay, tell us how they're harming the environment. Let's get down to the facts. How do they hurting the environment? First fact.
Driving the ocean floor with a 6,500 kilojoule hammer is a really bad day if you're a whale, and then they're basically blending the ocean floor, liquefying it in order to drop these cables with 345,000 volts in them. Again, not a good thing if you live under the water.
Number two, how are they hurting the fisheries, the fishing?
Well, fisheries have been decimated. We can't fish in the areas because not only does the majority of the gear that we use to catch those fish, we can catch a cable instead, but on top of that, radar, marine radar, all the radars don't work. We go in there, we have a problem with the boat, good luck to us. Search and rescue helicopters can't come into the area. They can't fly low enough, and they can't see if there's fog or bad weather in order to be able to help us.
And number three, how are they hurting national security?
Every way you can imagine. NORAD, 3,000 miles out, airport radar out to however many miles, all of it, it doesn't work. The windmills throw false targets and radar. So when you're looking out with radar, which is line of sight, you can't tell what's real and what isn't. We've got pictures of marine radar that looks like spirograph.
Number four. How much are they going to increase the price of electricity compared to what it is now?
Probably 3 to 5 times, but I got to go back to national security.
Go ahead.
The FAA has not done a determination of no hazard on every single turbine. Right now, they have 441 turbines across 5 projects they've consulted, and they've only done determination of no hazard on 4 of them that I can find, and I just found another document for 24 for Revolution. That is going to get someone killed.
Bonnie, who can get rid of these? Who can get rid of these? Who has to sign a document to end this?
Well, President Trump is right on top of it.
Okay.
Go ahead, Bonnie.
Basically, we have tried. The Department of Defense, they did not, the prior administration that approved these things, it doesn't appear in any of the documents I can find. They did no DOD red teaming. They didn't do testing for electromagnetic interference. They did none of it. They didn't test for drones because we didn't even know about drones except for what was zipping around New Jersey 2 years ago.
So, Bonnie, we can blame the Democrats for this. Am I correct?
We can definitely put the blame on the Biden administration that just basically opened the
Cuomo started the whole thing, no? Andrew Cuomo started the whole thing?
In New York, it was Andrew Cuomo
Okay.
that started the big.
That's
push.
what John's concerned
Now,
about.
in addition, which country in Europe countries are not supposed to get involved in these kind of projects? Which country in Europe you think is involved?
Oh, for all of these projects? Oh, we have Equinor, 61% owned by the Kingdom of Denmark. We have Ørsted, which is 51% owned by Kingdom of Norway for Equinor, and Ørsted, Kingdom of Denmark. We've got, Total Energies, which thank God President Trump just bought back those leases and are putting them into geothermal, into natural gas instead. Thanks so much for that. Next time anyone happens to talk to
in
us.
addition, tell us, after the project is finished, they sell them off to leasing companies, and when the blades fall off, who's responsible?
Oh, when the blades fall off, the taxpayer is going to be responsible. They're all limited liability corporations, and they do the farm down. They build it.
So
and
does
then
that mean the countries like Norway outsmarted the politicians that signed those contracts?
Look, you had governors up and down all of the states since the 2000s, to when Corzine was in charge of New Jersey, talking about the green energy revolution. They sold out the citizens of their states, and they could actually have sold out our national security.
Corzine worked for Goldman Sachs originally.
Exactly. Yes.
And who got the contracts?
Goldman Sachs owned 18% of Dong
Energy. We should go after Corzine.
2018.
Nobody goes to jail.
DOJ.
Bonnie Brady, another major question, though. It's not everyone who has to suffer from this. Remember when they were going to build the wind farm off of Cape Cod, and all the liberals on Cape Cod with money objected because it would block their beautiful view. So, one rule for me and one rule for thee.
Well, I remember my friend Teddy Kennedy.
That was Teddy Kennedy.
Kennedy said it'll ruin his view.
Right.
It wasn't just that, though. I know a lot of people that fought like hell for Cape Wind for years. The documents were there. I gave some of the documents because I was fighting Empire back then to the people with the Protect Nantucket Sound. All the same situations. They talked about the radar then. There was a guy, I can't remember his name, who was the father of modern radar. He did a report saying, don't do it, you can't see. And we're talking not just for national security. You've got pave paws off of Cape Cod. That's part of NORAD, sees thousands of miles in case something's incoming. Like I've said before, Sweden, 12 out of 13 offshore wind sites they canceled because it would reduce the response time to react from 2 minutes to 60 seconds when something's headed toward their shore.
Bonnie, I am happy that they're not putting them on the Hudson River or the Harlem River.
They don't
put them on rivers. They put them in where the wind is.
Yeah, well, the socialists can put them everywhere.
The Atlantic Ocean.
Look, it's not only that. They're only 38% of what they say they're going to be. 1,000-megawatt project, you're only going to get 380 megawatts. You're going to get more in the wintertime when we don't use it because on the East Coast we use natural gas for our heat, and less in the summertime when we really do need it. I used to call this the Emperor's new offshore wind clothes salesman. It's complete garbage from start to finish.
If we get President Trump to take them down, how do they go down? Do you have to chop them down? Do you have to cut? How do you get them out of there?
You can use vibratory pile driving to basically shake them out. And the cables, there's copper in them. They're worth a lot of money. I know because I met some guy who worked for one of the companies. He said, no, somebody would get that in a minute. There's a company that did the Baltimore Bridge. I think they're called Resolve Marine. They can take out anything.
They can take them out.
My person to do it.
Bonnie Brady, maybe Don Quixote had the right idea in going after these windmills. A
friend of mine calls me Bon Quixote.
Bon Quixote. Oh,
Bon
I like
Quixote.
that very much.
Bon Quixote.
Bon Quixote.
Well, Bonnie Brady, thank you for everything you do and telling people the truth. But
John,
you got to tell it step by step by step. Step by step by step, so people could know it. But you do God's work.
And there's a bunch of bunch of golden eagles who are thanking you for
John
being
was able to get all the right answers.
Thanks for listening to Sid and Friends in the Morning. You can hear Sid and Friends in the Morning weekday mornings at 6. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going going on here?